What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team and News. So yes, we support Bryan and Rachel over here, but you guys already know that I always do bonus episodes where I talked about people that are also within the franchise of Bachelor Nation. Today, we're gonna chat about the other guy before we get into the main reason of the video. Like I just said in the last episode, man, like I have videos on here for months that have not even gone and gotten over 1,000 views, and Bryan and Rachel are in like tens, 20,000, all of that. I even said that there are some videos that I've posted for days that it's not even 200. Like I just posted a new episode and you guys are already going, like it's crazy. Like it already surpassed videos that I posted 2 days ago that is still sitting there. So once again, thank you for the love and support. I'm going to start this with old news and then get to recent. The old news is, Bryan and Rachel have been attacked, right? With all of the bullies and just people coming after them. But, after watching the other guy, go back and forth, whether he wanted to be the bachelor or not, posting about Rachel and tagging her in it. Not sure now if he's gonna do the winter games or not, and all of him being so indecisive, people are now coming around and saying, okay, maybe Rachel made the right choice for her, because who wants to be with someone who's so indecisive and all of that. So the narrative is starting to change a little bit, but at this point, I personally don't really care. The show is over. I've always rocked with Bryan and Rachel. They're happy, so I'm going to read what he wrote. We're going to talk about it. Then I'm going to talk about what people are saying. And for the most part, go ahead and move on. So the other guy wrote, he posted these images of course, these, they are, he's not a bad looking guy, right? Not my cup of tea, but he's not a bad looking guy. He posted these images. And then his caption was, 11 years ago, I began a modeling career that took me all over the world. I called 5 different cities in 3 amazing countries home over a 6-year span. I met dozens of amazing people with whom I made lifelong friends and unforgettable memories. But what I am most thankful for from my 9-year career, 2 years since retired, is my introduction to fitness. At the age of 20, I had developed an eating disorder, while blindly attempting to keep up with the level of fitness of my fellow models and competitors. For 2 years, I struggled in silence, always trying but never knowing how to compete with my counterparts. In the winter of 2007, I hit rock bottom and decided that it was finally time to take charge of my health and fitness and learn how to do things the right way. So I enrolled myself in the dietetics program at MATC and graduated with honors. So on this workout Wednesday, I said thank you to a career that taught me so much that while now retired, it's still fun to go back to from time to time to do things the right way. If it weren't for hitting rock bottom, I never would have had this amazing hill of life to climb back up. So embrace the ish sometimes, learn from it, pick your bleep up off the floor and get moving forward and upward again. Sometimes from the darkest places shines the brightest light. Thank you. And then he tagged the photographer name for the, of course, and emojis. So a lot of people are pouring their heart out, to the other guy. Oh my God, thank you for speaking up on this. You're going to help so many people. You are amazing. He's made all of the major news outlets. They're reporting about him and all of that. But then you have the people who are saying, look, this is sad. Thank you for speaking up on this. But when was the last time any news outlet have been talking about him? Bryan and Rachel are in LA doing engagement parties, and all of these things going on. When was the last time anyone was checking for him, talking about him and all of that? And now that he feels like the spotlight is going away from him, so he go ahead and he revealed this information. Why didn't he talk about it on The Bachelorette? And some people are just going in, right? Like, why now? Like, how random? My thing is, in as much as I support Bryan and Rachel and all of that. I'm just looking at this from the outside looking in, and just as a human being. Um, Whatever his motives were, this is not something that is easy to talk about, that you just tell just anybody. I also believe that maybe he was ashamed, to share that with Rachel. Maybe he was ashamed that, she would have looked at him as less than, whatever the case may be, whatever assumption he made. Because when you are in love with someone, where most people say that he loved or liked Rachel, but he wasn't in love with her. But I'm going by what he said. He was in love with her. But when you're in love with someone and you are, attempting to go there with them, you really dig deep and tell them almost everything. Like, it was hard for Dean to come out and say, I have a dysfunctional family. It was hard for Dean to take Rachel back home because he knew she was going to be exposed to something that he did not want to show her. And he felt like, exposing her to his family might, he feels like exposing her to his family and then their relationship. That's how Dean feels. But I don't think so at all, because when someone loves you, they love all of you, flaws and all. So no, but people are questioning why now, because it's like he never said that on the show. But this is a person who said that he saw forever, but he wasn't sure. This is a man who was so unsure. So for someone to be, that unsure and second guessing and all of that, I'm not shocked that he didn't reveal this, to Rachel. He did not find Rachel as someone that was going to be his forever. He felt like, she's a great lady. I like her. I might love her. I want to get to know her outside of the show. And then if things go the way I wanted to go, then eventually, maybe one day, she can become my wife. It wasn't a situation where it was like, yes, this is the one. I know it. I'm all in. Let's go. So with that being said, I completely understand why he didn't share this with Rachel. Or maybe he did. And it just did not make camera, because Rachel did say that they had a long ride, for like 45 minutes at the beginning, where there were no cameras and things like that. Rachel did say they had a lot of off-camera conversations where he was telling her and asking her questions like, where are we gonna live, what type of style and design you want your wedding ring to look like. All of these questions he was asking her, and those are questions you ask the one, right? And that's the reason why she was so confused when he was like, I don't think I'm going to propose. And that's why she reacted the way that she reacted, because he reminded her of those guys that she dated in the past. So just because it wasn't on camera doesn't mean that he did not reveal this. Maybe he told her off camera and was like, you know what, this is something that I want us to keep between each other. I don't want all of America to know about it. And so, regardless of whatever the case might be, I am a realist, but I'm not insensitive. This guy just sat there and revealed all of, eating disorder and all of that. So it's not my place to be like, why now? Who knows why now? Whether it's publicity or whatever, who knows? I don't think that he will use this as publicity, even though it puts him back in the news. If it's going to help at least one person, then he did his job by doing it. And once you do these shows, people will always question your motive. No matter what you do, you will not always have fans. So this is a serious topic. It's not, fun. People are really going through this. People are really dying from this. And yeah, this is very serious. So because of that, I'm not going to sit here and join the why now, people not talking about him, he's desperate for attention. I don't see it that way. I see it as, you know what, I'm someone who's saying I'm confident and I'm comfortable and I'm willing to reveal this deep dark secret. And I'm sure a huge weight have been lifted off his shoulder. So that is the most recent news going around, Bachelor Nation, for some of you who do support Bryan and Rachel, but, do care about what's going on around there. Now, when Bryan and Rachel was on the Jingle Ball red carpet, well, before I jump to Bryan and Rachel. Let me end the whole thing with the other guy. I can say his name, Peter. Who's gonna kill me? Whatever. Appropriately. I'm glad that he got that off his chest. I'm sure that he feels better, and congratulations on continuing your fitness journey and a healthy lifestyle and all of that. And I'm wishing you well, because we're not haters over here. Well, I'm not haters over here. Now we can move on to more Bryan and Rachel news. Since we're talking about other people from the franchise, the new Bachelor, while Bryan and Rachel was on the red carpet, they did ask them if they had any advice for him, Ari, and she was like, you know what? Just be yourself. Be yourself. You can never go wrong once you are yourself. But be yourself and be true to yourself. And Bryan was like, you know what? Just put it all out there. Just open your heart, be completely open, and put it all out there. If you're going to look for love, then don't be reserved and just lay it all on the table. So that was their advice to him. This is an image here of Rachel and Iggy. So, it's nice to see, people coming around. And now also I can see that some of these people are just hanging around to the little bit of, whatever they can hang on to. And so it's like, I'm going to hold on to these pictures and slowly release them and stuff like that. You can't blame some of these people. Not everyone is a doctor or a lawyer or have certain professions that they are just happy with and fulfilled, like the other guy and Eric and certain people. Some people just had jobs that they probably were not happy with, and they were just working and just feeling stuck, like this is my life. And then they come on this show and they're on TV and people are screaming their names and they're celebrities. It's hard to go from that to go back to normal life, to go back to working in the office, to go back to a 9 to 5, especially if some of these people's jobs were jobs that they felt like were dead end. So whenever they can get a little bit of boots, or reminder of fame or whatever, some people will hold on to that. Like I said, Dean was very smart for jumping into the whole podcast situation, and he's doing decent for himself. So I'm not gonna knock anyone hustle or people just hanging on for dear life to the little relevancy that they hang on to and hold on to. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, my Vina love. This was all about the other guy, but when I do these bonus episodes, it's about just talking about everything that's going on in the franchise. So I decided to throw in other things that I did not talk about in the last episode. And that's about it, man. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, like I said. And I'm wishing you all an amazing day. And remember to always have a God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.